Hey there, welcome back to the basement. It's Pete here, and today we're going to be taking a trip back to Snowshoe. A few weeks ago they ended up closing the park, and you guys know that makes me sad. But I was super happy to be up there this time and had a great time. As you guys have seen in the last few videos, I've been testing out the new DVO 36 Onyx D2 on my enduro bike, and have really been enjoying the performance on that. I've kind of avoided taking the enduro bike to Snowshoe because it just gets beat up while I'm up there. Bent crank arms, what else? Destroyed rims, those kind of things. So I've replaced my cranks. I haven't replaced my rims yet because they just keep getting dinged up, but they're still working. So we're going to stick with them until they're not. So if you haven't yet, like, subscribe, all that stuff so I can get some more funds to upgrade my bike. But anyway, so we took the bike to Canaan that weekend and then headed over to Snowshoe, and since I hadn't been riding Snowshoe on the bike, I forgot how awesome this bike is at jumping. Like, it just sends it through the air, and I can't wait to go over to Horns Hill and hit the jumps over there again because this bike really does fly well. In that, we took a run down Big Ash, and that's probably the best run I've had down Big Ash all year long. Because I've been riding a downhill bike. You can't do much on a downhill bike when you're on Big Ash. It's just no-handers and toboggans, that kind of stuff, whips. But I was able to do suicide no-hander and get an X up. A little one-footed table on this run, not a super huge one. But I was so stoked to get a full X on this bike, and that just really made me happy. So let's jump into that and check out that run now. Excuse me. Full X, yes. That was a good run. Yeah. Alright, so that was a super sick run, getting down Big Ash, really starting to get the flow down, and I'm just going to have to start riding this bike more because it's riding great, and the new DVO fork really did make the bike feel better to me. I don't know if it was just my tuning of the domain that came on the Scott Ransom 930. The fork was really like it had a lot of travel and it could take a big hit, but it always felt like a pogo stick, and for whatever reason, that just didn't feel good to me. I couldn't lower the air pressure enough to get sensitivity that I wanted without bottoming out, even with a bunch of tokens in there. Maybe I had too many tokens, but I couldn't run low enough air pressure without getting the full 170 mils of travel because it would just sink down. I only weigh like 155, 160 pounds, and it's kind of hard to get suspension tuned at that weight. But for whatever reason, this DVO, ballin'. I probably will upgrade it to the D1 damper eventually because why not? I like to have high and low speed compression on this bike because I really do enjoy getting the benefits out of suspension performance on this bike. Since I'm pedaling, I really do have to deal with that, and this bike is awesome for that. So we got the twin lock over there, and we can lock out the back end or stiffen it up for climbing, and then open it all the way back up for downhilling and riding Snowshoe and everything else. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, eat a donut, and stay rad.